Okay, guys, I got a good one for you. I went outside to go for my walk, and as Linda warned me, it was drizzly. And I was frustrated because I really wanted to go for a walk. So I got in my car and I went to the grocery store because I wanted to get cat food. I didn't have to get cat food, but I thought it would be a good opportunity to pick a few things up. And since it was raining and will turn to snow, yes, I thought, well, why don't I just do some laps in the grocery store? Great. So I did like 3 laps in the grocery store, and I I couldn't help but listen to people a lot in the grocery store. This one lady, younger girl with a very round face, was standing in front of the ice cream section saying, "I'm so sick of milkshakes. If you're getting vanilla, don't get it for me because I'm so sick of milkshakes." I was like, well, that's good. You should be sick of milkshakes. And then when I was checking out, there was this lady in front of me who kind of shifted her stuff forward and put the little divider out for me, and I said, oh, thanks, like, oh, that's a nice lady. And anyway, when she was checking out, before she left, she said, I just wanted to say that the lady before us definitely had more than 12 items, and, you know, it's just too bad people can't count. And I remember thinking, oh, goodness gracious, what's it like to be her all day? You know what I mean? Like, really concerned with enough to say so. Okay. Also, I was wondering if I'm crazy or if anyone else remembers, and I can't find, this is a hell of a preface. In my memory, I have an image of a small round candy. Oh, this is asshole in sign language, that's funny. Small round candy. I think made by Werther's, and it was like this creamy orange sucker of a candy. And they were individually wrapped, and I can't find them anywhere, and I think that would be a really nice treat. You know, like to have a bowl of these orange stuff, little suckers on my desk at work. I have a desk at work. That's awesome. My desk at work is pretty scarce right now, but anyway. Oh, the other thing well, there's a few things. I'm wearing the coat, if you hadn't noticed. And my favorite part of walking around the grocery store is definitely the frozen food section, because, I mean, physically I'm pretty outstanding. I've got these great dreads, thanks to the people who helped me start them, hairpolice.com. Not the .com part, but the people love Hair Police. And my best friend Jonathan for helping me maintain them. But anyway, I've got these dreads and this amazing coat and this pink bandana, or as Colin calls it, a kerchief. How old are you, Colin? Oh, we already know he's like in his mid-70s. So I'm pretty noticeable, but I never actually see people look at me. Well, there's exceptions, of course, but in the frozen food section, it's reflective, and people forget that. So it's just fun because I'll be like walking past people, and they'll be like looking peripherally at me, and then we pass each other, and I look in the reflection, and I can see them like, this one girl looked me up and down, not sexually, just like, what is this? And I'm not even the most freakish looking person out there. There's a guy that made himself look like a tiger. He even had like his teeth filed and his lip cleft. Have you seen that guy? He's pretty cool. And of course the puzzle guy and the green lizard guy. I'm so glad they're around. Makes me look more normal, well, more reasonable by comparison, I guess. Anyway. So, anyway, there were all these kind of, I don't know, the vibes were stressed out at the grocery store because we're getting snow. And when I was driving home, I was stopped at a red light, a few cars in front of me at the light, and this person was in a driveway trying to make a right. So as the traffic moved, I stayed and I waved her to go in front of me. And I didn't get the wave. And I thought, oh, come on. I mean, she shouldn't like build a statue of me or anything. I shouldn't go down in any books, but come on, I let her in. I saved her some time. And then I thought, well, you're not entitled to the wave. I shouldn't need the wave. And then this other truck went in front of me, not dangerously, but he didn't have his turn signal on. The only time I don't use my turn signal is when it's like midnight on the highway and no one's behind me. Anyway, and it was just like, one irky thing after another, and you know, they weren't enough to bother me. They just kind of made me think. And then I get home, and I pull into my parking lot, and I notice I drive a Nissan Versa, and I noticed there was a white Nissan Versa in our parking lot for the last month. And so I'm pulling in, and the white Versa's pulling out. I'm like, it's the white Versa. I've never seen anyone driving it, and I'm sure he hasn't seen me either. So I wave because it's the other Versa, and he doesn't wave back. He doesn't even nod. He's looking right at me. It's just automatic. I'm thinking, what's going on? And then, anyway, so I park, and I notice as I'm just getting out of my car, there's a lady way ahead of me already walking into the building, into the same door I'm definitely going to be going into. And you know, when you're in that kind of situation, you think, maybe I should hang low for like 5 seconds so she doesn't feel obligated to hold the door, and it's not in that weird middle time where you're not sure if you should continue holding the door or if you should just go in because the person's way behind you. So I was like, too much thinking today. Let me just go into my apartment building without analyzing it. So I grab my bag, and I walk to the door. She's standing there holding it. She'd been standing there holding it for, I would at least say like 8 to 10 seconds. And I thought, well, that's just great. After all these little things that people did that let me down, this nice lady like went above and beyond in my eyes, you know? It was really kind of interesting. But it really made me think about what we all feel that we're entitled to. And I remember talking with one of my brothers about feeling lonely. And I said, you know, I haven't felt lonely in years because I think loneliness is connected with entitlement. If you feel like you're entitled to something like love or romance or affection, and when you don't have it, it's taken from you and you feel lonely. You feel done wrong. You feel like things are off kilter or unjust. But I don't think I've ever really felt entitled to it. Don't get me wrong, it feels really good to be in love. And with somebody that's affectionate. I remember it feels nice. But what are we really entitled to? And I don't know. I think once you figure out that you're entitled to nothing, I think the closer you get to that, the more at peace you can be. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to stop feeling entitled to the wave. The wave. Happy snow day, guys. I hope everyone has a really good night in New England. Stay off the road, stay home, cuddle with the one you love. Mine's right down there. Alright. Bye, guys. Thanks.